Hey, yo, what's the deal? Man, it's your boy Tag from Pro Wrestling Tag. You know what I mean? And as of right now, it is 10:19 a.m. You know what I mean? I'm cooking some food as we speak. You know what I mean? I'm doing some lasagna and some fried chicken. You know what I mean? Because I know how to cook. You know what I mean? I know how to do mad shit, me. I know how to do a lot of shit, unlike you bum-ass AEW marks who don't really have an idea what a kitchen look like. You know what I'm saying? Like their thing of a kitchen is, is a place where they can go get their pizza bagels from. But today's topic is basically a bombshell from last night, late last night. As I'm on my way home, from Fort Greene, in which, by the way, there was some dude who came up to me. He didn't come up to me, so I was walking up front. And I wasn't even paying attention. I don't pay attention to people behind me. You know what I mean? So this some bum ass motherfucker comes up to me or behind me, and he I heard was beep beep, and then he goes by me and said, yo, you need to watch where you going. I'm like, the fuck? In my mind, I'm like, yo, what the fuck you talking about, yo? I would not. In my mind, I'm like, yo, I would knock this dude the fuck out. I would knock his fucking block off. And I was thinking about doing it. You know what I mean? And then he had his headphones on. You know what I mean? So he basically ignored everything that people were saying. Pussy nigga shit. You know what I mean? So I was saying something, I was saying something loud so that he could take the bait so I could fuck his ass up. He didn't do it. But I hope I see this dude again today. I hope to God I do. Because I knock his block off completely. Anyway, so last night, as I'm on my way home, I see a report that was insane. And this tells you a lot about the status of AEW, right? Jimmy Jacobs. Jimmy Jacobs. The same guy who was a big part of Chris Jericho's list. Jimmy Jacobs, the same guy who took the picture with the Elite, back in, I think, 2017, 2018, when they invaded a WWE Raw, outside the arena, right? And he took a picture with him and got fired because of that picture. Same guy who also apparently was Tony Khan's right-hand man and creative, left AEW yesterday. He resigned out of AEW yesterday. And the report, and this is all from Fightful, the report said that, Jimmy Jacobs was apparently, quote unquote, burnt out, right? And he left because, it was an amicable split, and he wanted, he or Tony Khan wanted to freshen up creative, right? Bullshit. That's bullshit. I can tell you the real reason why, Jimmy Jacobs left, okay? Jimmy Jacobs was not burnt out. That motherfucker was not burnt out. What wound up happening was, Tony Khan now has all autonomy of creative. Everything. Everything goes, everything, it stays and goes and begins and ends with Tony Khan. Plain and simple. So Jimmy Jacobs' ideas were not being, they were not being taken under consideration, and he got frustrated and he said, fuck this shit, I'm out. It's the same thing with Mark Henry. The exact same thing. How many legends did AEW bring in to quote unquote help the younger guys? And they all left. They all fucking left. Okay? Let's go. And I'm not saying Jimmy Jacobs is a legend, but I'm going somewhere with this. Okay? Look at the people who were there, right? Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, Conan, Medusa, Mark Henry. I know I'm missing somebody else. There were also the only one there is fucking Jake the Snake Roberts. The only one there, right? And they all left. I wonder why. I can tell you why. Because they felt they were useless. They were fucking useless. They were useless. And the same thing with Jimmy Jacobs. The exact same thing. Now, we're not going to know the real reason why Jimmy Jacobs left, but I'm pretty sure, trust me, it'll come out. It will come out. It will definitely come out. But, I got a major feeling that this is now just going to be, another crack on the wall that's just going to come out and explode from AEW. This was Tony Khan's right-hand man in creative. This is his right-hand man. Matter of fact, there's no such thing as creative. There's no creative team in AEW. There's a quote-unquote committee. There's a committee. 27 people on the committee. Supposedly, right? Supposedly. The only one that I know that's there is fucking, what's this chick name? Jennifer Pepperman, right? And what the fuck has she done? What the fuck has she done? And you motherfuckers want to bring Scott D'Amore into AEW? You motherfuckers want to bring Scott D'Amore? If Tony Khan's right-hand man resigned from AEW yesterday, what the fuck make you think that, that Scott D'Amore is gonna be any better? Huh? And then I'm hearing bullshit about, some of the things that was put out from, on Twitter today. I don't know if this is accurate. I don't know. But they said that, Jimmy Jacobs was the sole reason, he was the sole man of Chris Jericho's learning tree gimmick. That, they said that he didn't want to push Daniel Garcia. He was the main reason why the rankings went away and all this stuff. It was like a bunch of crazy shit, and I don't know if this is coming from AEW fans that, like I said, and like I proved, are the most toxic fans that are out there, man. You know what I'm saying? This tells me that there's something bigger going on right now at AEW that nobody knows about. Again, why the fuck would Jimmy Jacobs resign? Why the fuck would he resign? Why? So the bullshit is not only spread it towards the wrestlers, but they also spread it towards the staff as well. We don't know what's really going on, B. Nobody does, man. Nobody does. And this is signs of trouble, of massive trouble. We don't know who else is going to resign, out of thing. I would not be surprised if Jimmy Jacobs goes back to WWE. I would not be shocked. You know what I mean? Because, he was working in their creative team anyway, but now it's a whole different, it's a whole different team where there's people who are there who in WWE right now running the ship who are more, they're more, creative idea friendly. You know what I mean? Like, I could imagine, I could picture Jimmy Jacobs as part of Shawn Michaels' creative team. I could picture it. You know what I'm saying? I could clearly picture it because, he fits there. You know what I mean? He fits. And not only that, but also, we don't know how much people, Jimmy Jacobs wanted to push that was put into the wayside. You know what I mean? We don't know if Jimmy Jacobs, because mind you, Jimmy Jacobs comes from that Ring of Honor world. You know what I mean? Like, he comes from that original OG ROH family. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know who's there that suffered because, Jimmy Jacobs wanted to push him and he got turned down by Tony. We don't know, someone like Dalton Castle or Jay Lethal and stuff, who I'm sure have heavy connections with Jimmy Jacobs because they both came from that world too, who are basically pushed to the wayside. I mean, they're pushed to the wayside, and it's crazy. It is fucking crazy. I don't know, man. And mind, this comes a day before Wrestle Dream, man. Wrestle Dream is tonight. I don't know, man. This is a big fucking story. This is a big story that nobody wants to talk about. Why? Because again, like I said before, this was Tony Khan's right-hand man during in creative. And you know what? This also has me thinking something else too. If he deems Jimmy Jacobs useless, imagine what he really think about the EVPs, man. Imagine what he thinks of the EVPs. You know, imagine what he really thinks of fucking you know, anybody who was an OG, you know, during that time, man. You know, imagine that. Imagine that. You know, imagine. You know, I don't know, B, but something really, really, really crazy is going on right now in All Elite Wrestling, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. But let me go and you know, hurry up with cooking the rest of my food. And I'm about to be out, guys, and I'll check y'all maybe tonight because I want to see what happens with Wrestle Dream. All right?